goes live. Okay, so now what I've done is I've started the live button just to make sure we are live. And so what I always do, Renee, is I always go in to check to make sure that I'm live. So we're going to go to my page, and we're going to make sure we're live. Because can you imagine broadcasting and nobody knows you're broadcasting?
Right.
It's almost like you filming me, by the way, and we're in the studio, and you forget to turn the camera on. and you know, that's literally happened to me before. Did you know that?
Really?
No, seriously. I don't want to mention the person's name, but you know the studio. I don't want to mention the person's name, but you know my business partner. I don't want to mention the person's name, but he focuses on branding. But I literally did a whole segment, and guess what? He said we got to do it again because forgot to hit the record button. But that's not going to happen to us. Plus, just on the other episode, we got started, and guess what? I was on here, and they couldn't hear me. Can you imagine that? I'm doing what I'm doing, and they can't hear me. So for folks that are joining right now, we want to welcome you. You are behind the scenes. I'm doing a mic check in a moment. So let me do a mic check to make sure I can be heard. And Renee, can you do a mic check, just to make sure you can be heard?
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Mic check. Okay. Hey, Sherry Summers. You know, Sherry, we keep saying we're going to get together. We got to get together. I can't wait to hang out with you. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be incredible. So make sure you connect with me, by the way. All right. Hey, Candy, good to see you again. Thanks for joining. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. Hey, Sherry, mic check. Tommy Jones. Can I get a mic check?
Mic check. 1, 2, 3.
All right, good. My mic sounds nice. Check 1. All right. We always like to do this at the beginning. So as y'all listening right now, if you can hear Renee, so Renee, say mic check again.
Mic check.
All right. If you can hear Renee, say Renee, we can hear you. If you can hear Shay, say Shay, we can hear you. So we know that we can be heard. All right, Tommy, you do a mic check.
Mic check 1, 2, 3.
Mic check 1, 2, 3. You can be heard. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we can hear you. Sherry Summers, I see you. Check your DM. Sherry, I'm asking if you can hear me right now. Okay, I'm working. The brother is working right now. I'm messing with you. Sherry Wallace says, I can hear everyone. Thank you so much. Kizzy says, I can hear everyone. Tashika Green is back in the house. She was watching last night, and she was on the show. Thanks a lot for letting us know you can hear us. I appreciate that. Melody's in the house. Thanks a lot letting us know you're here. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Melinda, what's up, Melinda? She said, hey. She said, hey. You said hi to Renee. Couldn't you say hi to Shay too? Oh, hi, Shay. Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The official kickoff. Y'all can edit all the other stuff.
Please go ahead and give a big standing ovation for the one and the only Shay Brown.
Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and it knows it must outrun the fastest lion or be killed and eaten. Also, every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. You've heard it before. It doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be what? You better be running. That's right. You better be running. Life is about meaning, and meaning is about service. Isn't that the reason why we're all here? Isn't that what we're all searching for? 2013, the Peak Performance Institute was created. 5,000 clients who we've helped turn their idea into a reality, their reality into a business, their business into a movement, impacting 5.7 million lives around the world. Imagine that! My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Network, the world's largest organization for the well-being of an entrepreneur. And as we always say, our mission at the Happy Entrepreneur Network, our mission is to inspire, empower, and provide resources for the entrepreneur to live a balanced life and execute their vision for the people they were called to serve. And our mantra, I love our belief. Everyone should have a belief statement. Our belief is the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. With that being said, let's get started. Let's get started. We are excited. We are fired up. We are ready to go. What's up, Monica Butts Baker's in the house? Thanks so much for joining. Albert, it is always a pleasure. Welcome, by the way, to the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We are so excited because there's sometimes, Robert, there's sometimes, Monica, we have these episodes and it's all about getting results in your life. And then there's other episodes that we have or other shows that's focused on the business. And I saw the message that went out that said, you know, you need to get in contact or you need to reach out to your target audience. Who you gonna call? Now, for those folks that are around in the 80s, I know. The answer is Ghostbusters, right? That's what some of you are saying. But that's not the answer. We're no longer in the 80s, not on this particular show. We are here. We are present. The person you're going to call is none other than the Renee Dianne. What's up, Renee?
Hey, how's it going?
Well, we're doing fine. We've got folks out there that are ready to change their life. They're ready to get results in their business, results in their marketing, results in their communications, results in their social media, results so they can manifest the vision they have for the people they were called to serve. So thanks for joining. And we have none other than the man himself, all the way from Houston. Now, that's not to say I didn't mention that Renee Dianne is right there in National Harbor, Maryland. I would say Washington, D.C., but she's not quite in Washington, D.C. She's on a little bit outside of Washington, D.C. But that's okay. She's close enough. She's in what they call the DMV area, and we love her so much. What's up, Carolyn Watkins? Thanks for joining. And then we have on the other side, none other than the one and the only, the dream facilitator himself, the person that goes out there and creates wealth. He's like this wealth advocate that's out there running around, making a difference in this community, in this Metroplex area, out there a little outside of Houston, Texas. I'll be back in Houston, Texas. Maybe he and I'll be able to join up, man. Maybe he'll take me out to a really cool place to eat. Get some barbecue while I'm in Texas. What's up, none other than Tommy Jones?
What's up, Chad, man? How are you doing tonight, bro? How you guys doing?
Man, we are moving in the fast lane. We got the pedal to the metal, and it is full steam ahead. I was talking to someone earlier today, and they said, Shay, be careful. You've got to slow down. You don't want to burn out. And one of the things I shared with them was this, Tommy. I said, you know, there will come a time that I'll slow down, but today is not that day. Today is not that day. Today is not that day. You know what I like to do when I get started and get kicked off, and then we're going to get into how people can grow their business. We're going to move this show around, something that we've never done before. So we're going to do some things differently. And that's important. Sometimes you got to expand your comfort zone. But I like to talk about the Champion's Creed. And the reason I like to share the Champion's Creed, because when you're on the Happy Entrepreneur Show, one of the main benefits, forget that it's the world's largest organization for the well-being of an entrepreneur. That's cool. That's cool because we know you want results in your life and results in your business. But one of the things I like to do, Cazette, when I start off, one of the things I like to share is just the Champion's Creed. And then once I share the Champion's Creed, I want to jump right away into tonight's episode. So do me a favor. Everyone just pause for a moment, slow down, and don't worry, we're going to speed up. And let's just read the Champion's Creed. And I do this because my mentor taught it to me, and it made a difference for me over 15 years ago. And it's going to make a difference for a number of you out there right now. What's up, Cazette White out in L.A.? But here's the Champion's Creed. I'm not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail, but keep trying. And keep trying, and keep trying. Now, Renee, one of the things I like to do with folks that show up on the episode is I like them to read the Champion's Creed. So I'm going to ask you if you'll do me a favor in the honors and take a moment to read the Champion's Creed as we get going. Do you mind doing that?
Sure.
All right, let me make sure they get it queued up for you there. And then let's go ahead and let's all read it together. What's up, Kimberly McGrew? Thanks for joining. All right, take it away.
All right. I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep trying.
And keep trying, and keep trying, and keep trying. You got to give them the remix version on that, all right? We black folks got to give them the remix version. And keep trying, and keep trying, and keep trying. Look, Renee, take a moment, if you will, and share what that means to you. Do you mind just being transparent and talk about what it means to have a setback? And what are some lessons maybe you've learned from a setback so that you could actually come back again?
Oh, man. Okay. Well, let me start by saying I've been an entrepreneur for over 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's okay if the kids come in. It's okay.
No, they need to be
She has little ones. Everyone say she's a mom, and she's like trying to keep the kids out the door. Tashika put a sign up yesterday. It was red. That means don't come in. And she put another one that was green. But if your kids want to come in, it's okay.
It's not.
It's okay. Look, everyone is out there right now. Renee was like, okay, they might come in the door.
And it's past bedtime. It's time to go to bed. This is the late night after hours when I'm usually asleep anyway. But yes, it's time for bed.
Okay. It's time for everyone do me a favor. Everyone look right below the video and just say, Renee, you're doing great. Renee, you're doing great. Renee, you're doing fine. You understand, if you're a mom out there, you're a dad out there, you are a single parent. Renee is a single parent with two, not one, but two boys, correct?
Two small young boys.
Two small young boys. And she was so concerned about them opening that door. She's like, and Renee, we could all see you doing that. You know that, right?
Hey, I could have used my foot, but that'd have been rude, so.
But you did take a moment, and you did tell them not to come in, okay? So if you're out there right now as an entrepreneur, look right below the video, and let's welcome Renee and say, Renee, it's okay. Renee, you're doing just fine. Now, Renee, you can go ahead and tell your story.
Yeah, so, there's been times where, like you had mentioned, like I have definitely burnt out. I've been an entrepreneur for over 15 years, doing a lot of freelance graphic design and brand development for people. So this is my passion. This is all that I eat, sleep, and breathe, and I would do it. I don't know what else I would do other than this. So sometimes you can overwork yourself and feel like a failure because you're never doing enough. You know, sometimes you're evolving and you're learning and you're growing with the trends. So you never feel like you never feel like you're there. Right. You never feel like you've reached that point. So you never know when you're going to have one of those days where you're like, okay, this is just one of those days I got to take off and be grateful for the little things. And I find that replenishes that feeling of failure that can come and go. I've told people that for me, running a business is similar to like just chilling on the beach with the waves coming and going. Mm-hmm. You have to have enough faith that the wave will be back, and take that time to either sow and reap later. You can't always expect everything to be immediate, but and just trying to stay in a mental space where you're positive and you're surrounded by people that believe in you. And then you also learn from those failures. I recently started a brand called Single Black Entrepreneur because, I feel like I had failed in my marriage. And in order to cope with that, I had to assess myself and deal with a lot of things that I had to really resolve within myself, So this new brand, which, it's not that I'm getting rid of the old me, but even with that, it's like I had to kind of gain a new identity and not feel as though what I used to be is over. It's evolving. I don't have to stay in a box to be the same thing forever. Like, why can't I grow?
That's right. You don't have to stay in the box. And the folks that are out there, they're joining, like Cheryl Graham is out there. RV Robinson. What's up, RV? I owe you a call. Got to have you on the show, RV Robinson. We started together almost 15 years ago, back in 2005. She's an amazing person. Tamara, thanks for joining. It was great speaking with you, man. Can't wait to connect with you and George again. Felicia's out there. We're talking to Renee Dianne. She's talking about a challenge. She talked about a setback that she had. CF Jackson says, you're all good, Renee. Candy says, you're doing a great job, Renee. She's a little nervous because she's not normally in front of the camera. She's always like behind the camera. Like you never see her because she's a creative director, by the way. She says, I got to get on camera. I said, they got to see you. I can't do a radio. I can't call you on the phone. But is my lighting going to be okay? The kid's going to come in the door. Look.
In the day, and that's another thing. It's like I have to now be seen on a different level, and even evolving out of what I thought I was an extrovert until it was like, oh, now I got to do for me, what I've been doing for everybody else, oh, I see why people are uncomfortable. I'm out here sweating and I'm at home.
Right. She's sweating. She's nervous. But Candy said, you're doing a good job, Renee. Samuel said, Renee, you're doing great. Albert said, Renee, you're doing great. Monica Butts Baker said, Renee, you're doing great. Kissy said, Renee, you're doing great. Felicia, Lorenzo, they said you're doing great. Tamara Smith said you're doing great. They're out there right now. One of the things you said is you said that you have to have faith that the waves will come back. That was from C.F. Jackson. She's out there, by the way. Kimberly McGrew says, Renee, you are amazing. Stephen Brown is listening, said amazing. Look, wow. Tashika Green, who was just sitting in your seat, but she's used to being in front of the camera, she says, you're doing great. Look, take a moment, if you will, and do a two-part here, and then we're going to get into being this creative side. One, I'm just curious. What was going through your mind when your kids were coming in that door and we were all watching? So we want to know what was on your mind. You got to tell us. You got to tell us. I need to know. And then after you tell us what was on your mind, tell us about the setback. You kind of went by that. You said, that you went through a divorce, a lot changed. I know your company is redefine moments, but talk about that setback and what did you have to do to make the comeback. Nikki Lee says, you're doing great, Renee. Cheryl Pope Clark, who's often here, who's just a big supporter. And we appreciate every single one of you out there. It's because of you that the show exists. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, all my digital note takers. Thank you so much. Sandra, it's good to see you. People say, Shay, why do you take so much time to acknowledge? Because without you, there is no show. We're going to get into how you can reach your target audience in a moment. But Renee, tell us what was going through your mind when the kids, and tell us how old your two boys were coming in. I thought you were going to break out in the mommy thing there. Yeah. Come back and tell us about this setback that you had, by the way, and what you did to overcome that divorce. I'll turn it over to you. What's up, Jacqueline Francis? Look, for all y'all who are joining, Renee doesn't know who you are. Renee, I'm coming to you right now. Take a moment, and Renee, with your permission, can they type their website in? Can they type what they do? Do you mind if they do that?
Please.
Okay, I realize it's your episode. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn to Renee. She's going to talk, but then you look right below the video, and you can type the name of your business and post your website or a link to your business page so Renee can see what you do and how you do it. Look, it doesn't cost you anything, but we want to recognize you, the happy entrepreneur, you, the business owner, you, the single mom, you, the person that gets up like Renee every single day, takes care of the two boys, and then does what she has to do in her business by taking care of people like me and Trevor Otts and so many of us out there. And then she's up with you right now. She's like, Shay, I got to do this. Yeah, you got to do it. Over to you, Renee.
Okay. So yes, like I had.
What was going through your mind? Don't try to avoid the question.
Okay. What was going through my mind? Okay. First of all, my two boys are 4 and 5. Okay.
4 and 5. Okay.
Totally boys. Okay. And the older one usually doesn't enjoy clothes around the house. As probably most men do. So my first response was, oh no, there's going to be some half-dressed up in here on a live feed, and that's just inappropriate. So yeah, you gotta close the door. Right. But on top of that, yeah, they should be in bed. It's like 11:30. It's time to go to bed. I don't want to have to be up dealing with that right now. And then, the kids they just ask you for random things, or I just need a hug. I just want to say, I just love you. And it's like, I love you too. Go to bed. Mm-hmm. Love you. We do this all day. I know they're gonna grow, and I'm not gonna hear that often. And this is supposed to be the best years. I hear all that. Thank you. And I feel it. But this is my reality. So,
if you're a mom out there and you can feel Renee, to say, Renee, I feel you, baby. Just say, Renee, I feel you.
I just hope Renee would clothe, and not just have to need you. And I want some water and all that. It's okay. It's all good. But go to bed.
Go to bed.
But to answer your next question on just this whole transformation or this whole evolution, or it kind of started with the assessment that I had to take for myself. First of all, the hard part for me was really just trying to be transparent and feeling as though I failed or feeling embarrassed because of just putting yourself out there for people like, oh, great, you're married. And then how do you be like, all right, I ain't married no more. So as a brand developer, I do extra stuff and I create a whole business around how I can comfortably come out of my new shell and hopefully even help other people come out of theirs and deal with a lot of issues I didn't even realize I was dealing with in a healthy way. I can't say I'm totally through it. I feel like I'm talking to more and more people that I share Single Black Entrepreneur with, and they're like, yeah, me too. Like I had to deal with the same thing, or I get it. This is hard. Or as a single mom, yeah, what do you do? I mean, there's been times just dealing with grief or dealing with just the transition. It's a lot to take on. It's a lot. And I wanted to still be like, yeah, y'all, I'm single, but not in just a vague post. Like, it's just, I don't feel right about it. But how do you do it where you're like, are you single too? Like maybe we can be comfortable in this together. And it's not such a taboo, or it's not like this stigma where I'm like just out there. I just needed to somehow anchor myself through this process. And so I built Single Black Entrepreneur and wanted to, build a group of people around me that were like me so I could be comfortable in this evolution and hopefully even, change lives, leave a legacy for my boys. I'm not always just doing stuff as a hobby. You need to make money. You need to put other people on or build a stage for what they're doing or offer some expertise advice to a group of people that can take it and use it. I felt like I learned so much from Black CEO. That's really where the whole vision came from, really talking to your partner, Trevor. And it was like I'm trying to evolve into something else. Like I need your help. Like I've been doing this for a long time, but something just doesn't feel like it's giving in a way that I feel like, yeah, this is great. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna run with this. I was refined concepts for the last 15 years. I haven't had a full-time job in over 15 years. So I didn't even know how to go back to a 9-to-5 to support my boys and put them in daycare and all this. I was like, no, I'm gonna just grind real hard, make some strategic partnerships and keep it going, keep doing what I do and what I've been doing and stay innovative and stay very creative. I think that's just where my strength lies. And as long as I'm around people that can encourage that and that can push it and that can, expose it to more people, then I'm in my happy place. I'm at the happy entrepreneur. This is definitely the happy place to be. Where else could I be right now?
For those folks that are listening, I'll give some context. Renee's over there sweating because she does so well as a creative, and we'll get into how you can reach your target audience and how you make that happen. Renee, they're putting in the feed what they do in their business, and you've been transparent. I didn't know you were going to be this transparent. I didn't know you were going to just come out and just like, I'm single.
I know. And I didn't want to either because it's like, I don't know who might be watching this,
Renee, they don't care. I mean, there's probably a lot of guys that care, okay? But I shouldn't say they don't care. Look, if you understand what Renee's kind of going through right now, because she's redefining her business. She said, Shay, while I'm redefining my business, I'm redefining who I am as well. And I didn't think I would see myself in this spot right now. And you're right. We talk a lot about the happy entrepreneur. And one of the things I share, Renee, and I want to thank you for being authentic. I want to thank you for sharing and being so transparent. The person you see is who she is, by the way. We don't have a script. There's nothing that we're reading over here. She came to serve and share some concepts and ideas that help you grow your business. But then she just got real personal on me over there just now. And I thank her for that. And as you're out there right now and as an entrepreneur and you're a mom, maybe you're married, maybe you've been through a divorce. Look, here's what I like to do, Renee, if I can. Can the audience take a moment and can they share maybe a suggestion they have for someone that is going through some tough times in their life and maybe what they tell themselves or what they can do to continue to move forward? Now, this is not therapy. I understand that. But I know you're not alone. I've been through a divorce myself, not one time, but 2 times. And I know when I went through my divorce, I felt like a failure as a man. I felt like a failure as a husband. I certainly felt like a failure as a dad. And it's hard to look at your friends and say, well, yeah, it didn't work out. Yeah, no, it's just me right now. It's okay. It's me. And so I know that, and I would never have the guts to do what you're doing right now. No way I would been on. I just couldn't have. I would have probably broke down. So thank you for being transparent. Let's all do 2 things. One, look right below the video, Mimi. Look right below the video. Candy says, I can relate. Kimberly McGrew says, thank you for being authentic. Sherry Wallace says, your confession is cleansing and is helping a lot of us right now. Tamara Smith said, you're all good right now. Someone else says, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. I'm asking folks right now, what's up, Doug Simmons? What's up, Justin Morgan? To kind of share what they've been through. And in a moment, I'm going to bring Tommy on. Just ask Tommy, hey, Tommy, he's the dream facilitator. What idea, what suggestion does he have? Not just for you, Renee, but for everyone else out there right now that has to go through these challenging times in their life. We're going to talk about your business, but this is very important. And I'm going to bring Tommy on. Tommy, that's your cue. In about a minute, I'm going to bring you on to share as the dream facilitator. What do people do when they've had a setback, as Renee has talked about? You go through a divorce, you're embarrassed, and you don't know what to do. And I'm asking the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe to look below the video, and put your best idea. Put your number 1 suggestion. If you're going through something, I don't know, keep on going. Share what you share. One of the things I like to say, if you're going through hell, just keep going, right? Just keep putting 1 foot in front of another foot in front of another foot. And we talk about the Happy Entrepreneur Network that you said, by the way, and thank you so much for mentioning that, Renee. I would share with people, you can't be happy and you can't be an entrepreneur. Happy, but we're not naive. And you're not naive, but you can still be happy. We can be happy, but we understand that every day is not rainbows, it's not unicorns, and it's certainly not cupcakes. You can be happy, but you don't work for free. Look, she's happy, but she doesn't work for free. I'm going to say it again. She's an entrepreneur, and she's happy, but what? She does not work for free. If that's you, you look right below the video and say, happy, but I don't work for free. You can be happy, but you don't have to be jumping up and down every day. You don't have to have a big smile on your face. Happiness comes from on the inside. But what I like about Renee, and I've worked with her and I get to know her from behind the scenes, is that she certainly embodies that you can be happy, but we don't pretend that we don't screw up or that our stuff don't stink. And she was very transparent. She just put it right out there right now of how she was feeling and what she's going through. And that means so much as I'm listening to her right now. We're always striving to get better. Renee, one of the things I like to share before I bring Tommy on, and he's going to share an idea, and then we're going to get into really talking about how they can grow their business. C.F. Jackson says, tell the story the way you want it to be. Monica Butts Baker says, happy is a choice you make every single day. Tashika Green says, don't count the losses, count the wins. Oh, that's pretty good, Tashika. Your wins is in the evidence. Oh, is in the evidence that you will not be defeated. Thank you so much for sharing. Cheryl Pope Clark says, happy, but I don't work for free. Glenn Bingham says, recognize that every setback is a learning opportunity. One thing I love about this Happy Entrepreneur Tribe is they understand we're not here just talking to them. We are a family. We're working together. You have the answers, not me, not Renee, not Tommy. Kizzy says, in hardships, I press to God to strengthen my faith. They're out there listening. Here's my suggestion, and then I'm going to come over to Tommy. Here's my suggestion. We have a belief here. And one of our core values is that every day is January 1st. In fact, I go through this whole thing every single time as often as I can. You can see it up there as I tell myself every day that today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. You see every day as a new opportunities. You can build on yesterday's successes, or you can put its failures behind you and you can start all over again. So you practice the activities and you develop habits that help you improve your mind, your body, and your soul. So here's what I'd like for you to do as you're out there. I see you, Doris Birch. I'd like for you to look right below the video and say, today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Hashtag keep on going. You look right below the video, and this is a mantra. This is a belief. It's one of the core values. We have a value system at the Happy Entrepreneur Network, but one of the core values is today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st. Today is your what, Renee? What is today for you?
Today is my January 1st.
Now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to say it again. A little more enthusiasm, a little more energy. And every morning when your feet hit that ground, you can tell yourself that today is my January 1st because your past does not equal your future. So I'll count to 3 and you just say, today is my January 1st. And as you're listening out there, you in the audience, you the entrepreneur, you that's going through something, or you just want to get a clean slate because the Lord, I happen to believe in God, the Lord happened to wake you up so you know today is your January 1st. So you ready, Renee? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Today is my January 1st!
Do you believe it?
I believe it.
Do you really, really believe it?
I do. I really believe it.
So today is my January 1st. That's a belief statement. That's a mantra. That's a core value. This isn't about getting excited. It's not about being inspiration. But right now, it's a belief that you can hold every single day. And I want you to imagine how you felt back on December 31st. You were excited. You're going to have some new goals. You're going to have some new health challenges. You were going to start some new relationships. You were going to build your business. And guess what? Today is your January 1st. That's the excitement that I want you to have because you get a fresh start. Your past does not equal your future. The future, by definition, is imaginary. The future doesn't exist. We're always in the present moment. There's a moment, there's a moment, there's a moment. We never get to the future, but one of the things we can do together, Renee, is we can create a compelling future because today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my what?
My January 1st.
That's right. Kimberly McGrew said today is my January 1st. Jacqueline McKean's Golden said today is my January 1st. Tamira Smith said today is my January 1st. Cheryl Diane says today is my January 1st. Carolyn Watkins says today is my January 1st. Albert Watkins said, today is my January 1st. Happy New Year. Doesn't it feel good? It's like, Happy New Year. I don't have no drinks. Oh, I got some water over here. Happy New Year to you. Monica Butts Baker said, today is my January 1st. William Dallas said, today is my January 1st. Trey Boone, today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st. If you ever see me and we get to meet in person, you just say, hey, Shay, you know what? Today is my January 1st. I've been holding out because I got none other than Tommy, the dream facilitator. He's in the wings. He's been listening. He's in the green room. And I want him just to take a moment. And then, Renee, we got to help them make some money because I know that we believe the results that show up in your life are what? Just as important as the results that show up in your what? Bank account is results that show up in your bank account. So let me bring on Tommy. And Tommy, we want to talk to Tommy. What's up, Trey? What's up, D? Bolden is in the house. You guys are just rocking and rolling. Now let's make sure we can do this on the count of 3. We're going to all welcome Tommy in. And if we do the right thing, he's going to show up. So I'm going to go on the count of 3. And y'all don't know who Tommy is. Don't worry about it. Just know he's a speaker. Don't worry about it. He's a business owner. Don't worry about it. He's going to be talking to you later. But he's the dream facilitator. So let's see what he has to say since Renee has just had this confession. We're all off script. Man. She should have been with her kids right now. They probably at the door right now saying, Mommy, how much longer? They texting her right now. But don't worry about it. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Whoa, almost. Wait, let's try it again. I'm close. I'm getting better. Whoa, that didn't work. Let's try it again. Whoa, that didn't work. Don't worry. I'm going to get them. Say, Shay, you can do this.
Shay, you can do this.
I can do it. You believe I can do it? Don't worry. I'm going to bring them on. Okay.
There you go. There you go. You got it. You got it.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
Mic check on the 1s and the 2s. Did I get it done right?
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check.
Mic check 1, 2, 3. You are live. You are there. All right. So, Tommy, my man.
Yes.
My man, the dream maker. What's up, Tommy?
Hey, man. How are you doing, Shay? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. And did you say hello to Renee? Renee's like, don't forget me over here. What's up?
Listen, Renee, let me tell you something. I love your courage. I love your persistency. I love you saying that what has happened in my past has absolutely nothing to do with my future. I love the fact that every day you get up and you have the courage to continue to walk in the direction of your goals and dreams. I love that. I love the fact that while you were on the air perfecting your craft, that what was knocking on the door reminded you of why you started. Those two little ones reminded you of why you said yes to your goals and dreams, and why you had to say fears and doubts, shut up and sit down. And when life showed up, you decided not to sit down. You decided to keep standing because you were standing for something bigger than you. So I applaud you. Listen, let me tell you this, Renee, always remember this. We're all on different journeys, but we're headed in the same direction, which is our goals and dreams. So I applaud you for being a champion of change, not only in your life, but the lives of others, and coming alongside. And you have got in business to help people amplify their business and increase their presence in the universe so they can make a contribution back to humanity. So I applaud you, girl. You killing the game.
Wow, Tommy, that was good, Tommy. I know what Tommy's going to say. Tommy, you are just spot on. I see why they call you the dream maker, baby. I understand it. For those folks that are out there listening, look right below the video and just say, Tommy, you got it right. Just say, Tommy, you got it right. Look, Tommy, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you give 3 steps? Can you share 3 steps that someone that's out there can do right now? And then, Renee, I'm coming back over to you to get the cash now. We're going to talk about how they can really use their marketing to reach their target audience. But I see that Ann's out there. She says, amen. She says, what's up, Tommy? Tashika Green says, yes, you were in the green room. Tommy, the dream facilitator, they're listening right now. Give us 3 steps that we can do right now to really transform ourselves and help us really manifest the dream that we have. You're the dream facilitator. Now, I know I put you on the spot, okay?
No, that's great.
I get it. I didn't cue you up. But who cares? We're hanging out, man. This is just a conversation. Me, you, Renee, and a few, about 10,000 eavesdroppers out there right now. But you got to give me something. So I'm going to write it down because I want to have these notes. If you're out there right now, start taking notes. Okay. D says, Tommy, you got it. I believe it. CF Jackson said, Tommy, you got it. Tisha Green says, Tommy, you got it. Jacqueline says, Tommy, you got it. Albert, what's up, Albert? Albert said, Tommy, you got it. After that, Renee, I got to come to you. We got to make some money. But Tommy, we can't just leave them hanging out there, right? Today is their January 1st. They've got to do some things, because one of the things I don't want to happen on a show like this and an audience that's this big, and Renee was so transparent, is I don't want people to get inspired, encouraged, and motivated, although that is in our mission to inspire and to empower, but I want them to be able to take action so they truly can manifest the vision they have for themselves, the vision they have for their loved ones. You mentioned it right so clear. Renee has a vision for her 2 little boys that are 4 and 5 that she's now responsible for putting food in their mouth, responsible for making sure they grow up as young men, and at the same time responsible for making sure she grows a business. So there's a lot of responsibility out there as a single mom that's making it happen as an entrepreneur. So Tommy, it's on you, man. I'm going to be quiet, but give us 3 things that we can do, man, to step this thing up, because today is my January 1st. So I got to do something, brother. Over to you, my man.
Okay. So, Renee, the first thing we do, and it sounds like you've already done it, is that forgive yourself. Whatever lies you've told yourself about yourself or why you haven't been winning, forgive yourself. Hit Control, Alt, Delete. And understand and get comfortable with the thought that it's okay to start over in business. It's okay to start over in love. It's okay to start over in life. Because, see, it was Thomas Edison that said, most people say I failed 10,000 times when I was trying to create light. But he looked at it and said, I found 10,000 ways that didn't produce light. Mm-hmm. So, see, it's always how you look at it. Okay, that's number 1. Forgive yourself.
So everyone write down right now, and Tommy, you can come a little closer to Renee. It's okay. Everyone look right below the video and put down number 1, forgive yourself. We're going to take notes. Tommy's training right now. He didn't know he was going to do this. And Renee, thank you for just allowing us to share with the audience. While he's talking to Renee, he's talking to all of you that are out there right now. Renee has just happened to put her business out there. Like she said, I'm opening up the closet, shorty. This is what's going on with me. And so Tommy, while he's talking to her, he's talking to all of you. So all my digital note takers, look right below the video and put step 1, forgive yourself. That was powerful. Step number 1, forgive yourself. All right, Tommy, that was good. That was good. I hope that wasn't your best, but that was good. That was good. He has to have 2 more. Ask him for 2 specific ideas. D. Bolden said, forgive yourself. Hit Control, Alt, Delete. Oh, I missed that. That was good, D. Thanks a lot. See, that's why we have these digital note takers. Hit Control, Alt, Delete. I love that, by the way. Joseph is in it. What's up, Joseph Perkins? Forgive yourself. All right, Tommy, back over you. You're the dream facilitator, brother. Talk to us.
And after we forgive ourselves, Renee, and after we hit Control, Alt, Delete, and you wipe the slate clean, then we have to go and we have to reinstall new software. And one of my mentors always says is that your language is the software of your mind. So one of the things I want you to start doing is I want you to start doing daily affirmations. Because, see, faith doesn't come by what you see. It comes by that which you hear. And then we see that which only what we believe. So one of the things that I want you to do in the area of your finances, in the area of your personal life, in the area of your business, and in the area of your children, I want you to start doing daily affirmations. I want you to write them down. Okay. And I would love for you to do them 2 times a day. Number 1, I would like you to do them first thing in the morning when you wake up. What does that do? I'm glad you asked, Shay. What that does is it sets your intentions for the day. Okay. It allows you to start living a life of intention by design versus by default. It's kind of like, Renee, going to a restaurant. When you go to a restaurant, what do? You read the menu, and it's very descriptive on what you get. And then to the far right, what does it show? The price. Okay. So you get the description, then you get the price. The waiter or waitress represents the universe. They stand there, Shay, at attention, ready to take your order, right? Mm-hmm. You clear your throat and you declare what you want based on what you're willing to pay for, right? Mm-hmm. Then the waiter or waitress, they go away for a time, and then they bring back that which you've ordered. If it's correct, you set it down, you say thank you, you eat it. If it's incorrect, what do? You say, this ain't what I signed up for. This isn't what I ordered. I was very specific in my order, and it's not what I ordered. Send it back. It's the same thing you do in life. So when you set your daily intentions on these various areas of your life, in your health, in your wealth, in your personal and professional life, and in your spiritual life, you begin to say what you want, not what you don't want. That's very important. Say what you want, because what you feed gets stronger. What you starve will eventually die.
So can you give her an example, not just for Renee, but people that are listening? And thank you, Melinda, for your comments. Mimi, Dee, Vanessa, that are putting it out there. Gwen, thank you so much. Joy Council, welcome aboard, by the way. Step number 2, he said, was install new software. And I'm going to ask him if he'll share 1 or 2 affirmations that we all can say, because he made a very good point there. And I don't want you to miss this. So I want all of you to help each other. Okay. We all want to help each other. Here's how you can participate, because you've got the answers. We don't have all the answers. Tom is going to share 1 or 2 affirmations that we can say on a daily basis, myself included, and Renee as well, who's sitting over there saying, oh gosh, I ain't signed up for all this. But thank you, Renee. You're helping someone else right now. And so I want you to put your favorite 1 or 2 affirmations below. You can look right below the video and make a list of affirmations that you say or you suggest that we say. And then as you're watching, you might go below and say, oh, I didn't think about that. Let me add that to my affirmation list. Tommy's going to tell you what he suggests you say, maybe 1 or 2 affirmations. All right. Now I'm going to turn it over to you, Tommy, to share a couple of affirmations. And I see Glenn already put down, don't say, I don't want to be poor. That's not an affirmation. Tommy, I want you to teach what an affirmation is. Golly, you're doing a lot tonight, Tommy, but that's okay. You got this. So teach what an affirmation is, and then give us 2 or 3 examples of what an affirmation is. And they're putting your notes. Say what you mean. Say what you mean. Say what you mean. So tell us what to say, Tommy. Over to you, my man.
Okay, so Shay, to your point, the gentleman that said, I don't want to be poor, that's not an affirmation. Okay. An affirmation is that the universe has unlimited resources and abundance for me.
Ooh, I like that.
That's an affirmation.
I'm going to write that down. The universe, say that a little slower.
The universe has unlimited resources and abundance for me.
Okay, I'm trying to write. Renee, we able to write that down?
I'm writing it right now.
So what did
The
he?
universe-
What did he say? Can you read that back so the audience can hear it?
The universe has unlimited resources and abundance for me.
All right, say it. Just say it one more time. One more time, so I can.
I'm still writing. The universe has unlimited resources and abundance just for me. And all of it.
I like that. I like that. Okay.
Just
So
for me. I'm
like
claiming.
that? Look, she's smiling. Tom, you got to smile with just one affirmation. You know,
Yes.
you just say that one affirmation, and you put
Yes.
that big smile on your face.
Yes,
I'm gonna
that's
tell you,
so-
it's
so
already a
great.
great day for you.
Yes.
You're already happy. This is great. Now, Renee, I need a new T-shirt. I am the happy entrepreneur. I need a new T-shirt now. She does all the T-shirts. She's like amazing graphics person. But anyway, all right, Tommy, you gave us one. Renee, read it one more time. One more time.
The universe has unlimited resources and abundance for me.
I love it. I love it. Daniel Bethel Jr. put bingo with a big heart on there. Says you hit it. The universe has unlimited resources and abundance just for me. Wow, Tommy. I hope you didn't give us your best stuff. I hope you have another affirmation. I hope you had time to get it queued up, my man, because you done started something this evening. But let me tell you, today is your day.
Yeah.
This is your moment. You never know when you show up on any one of these episodes. You take something away. Sometimes you show up and it's no big deal. You show up,
Yeah.
you get some ideas, you move on. You show up, you get some ideas, you move on. And then other times you show up and today is your day and you get one idea. And how many ideas do you need to change your life? Truly, how many? One. One good idea implemented is better than 1,000 ideas you know right now. And Tommy is sharing ideas to shift your mindset. So it starts in your mind, and then it works to your heart. Then it goes to your wallet. Don't worry. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. That's a topic for another time. Over to you, Tommy.
Okay, here's another one for you, Renee.
All right.
Everything that I need to be everything I've been created for, I already possess.
Yes.
All right, now say it. You got to say it again a little slower. What's up, Camry? You got Camry in the house. College Club representing. Tamara, I don't know if you met Tamara. She's in Fayetteville. She put the universe has unlimited resources and abundance for me. They're putting that down. We all can use that affirmation. All right, say the affirmation again, Tommy.
Renee, did you get that? Did you write it down?
I got everything that I need to be everything I'm created for. I need the rest.
Okay. Everything that I need to become everything that I've been created to do, I already have. I already possess.
Already. That's got it. Okay. Everything that I need to become
everything that I've been created to be.
Okay. That I understand.
I already possess.
Okay. Everything that I need to become, everything that I'm created to be, I already possess.
Yes. Here's the last part, Renee. Here's the last part. It needs to be discovered, developed, and disciplined.
Yes.
Ooh, that's deep. So it's 3 parts to it. All right, Renee. This is good because we're all learning together. Yeah. If the question is asked, when do you stop learning? You know what the obvious answer is? You never stop learning. Here's the question.
You never
why?
stop.
Because once you learn something, you never unlearn it. So Renee, while she's taking notes for us, we all can write this down. So Renee, go ahead and read what you have there. He added a third part to it. So everybody make sure you get that third part. We're listening and Tommy will correct it. Go ahead.
Okay. Everything that I need to become everything I'm created to be, I already possess. It needs to be discovered, developed, and disciplined.
Yeah. Tommy, was that right? Sounded right?
That's right. Now watch this. Let me coach for a second, Shay. So Renee, I want you to repeat that, and I want you to when I tell you to pause and let it sink in, let it pause and let it sink in, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that for me? Can you read it again for me, please?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything that I need to become, everything that I'm created to be, I already possess.
Hold that. Let that sit with that. Sit with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now read the last part.
It needs to be discovered, developed, and disciplined.
So what that says, Shay, is that I'm enough. Because a lot of times when you go through divorce or when you go through things, you get fired or you have setbacks in your health, you begin to question, are you enough? Mm-hmm. You begin to question, can you really do what you are in pursuit of? Well, let me tell you, Renee, and let me tell everybody that's listening, whatever is left is enough to complete what you've been created to do. It's not what left you, it's what's left inside of you. Mm. So I'm here to tell you, Shay, I'm here to tell you, Renee, I'm here to tell you, Ann and Mimi and some of the other people that are on the call, is that whatever has been taken from you, whatever remains is enough to complete the assignment that you were birthed to do.
Whoa, I mean, that is very powerful. Look, as you're listening right now, I want you to write 3 words down there. Some of you put down exactly what Tommy said. Everything that I need to become, everything that I've been created to be, I already possess. It needs to be discovered, developed, and disciplined. Here's what I want you to put down there below. And you might want to hit the share button. Pay this message for it. Write this right below the video right now. I am enough. Hashtag grateful. Just put I am enough. Hashtag grateful. Tommy's mentioned it. Did you have enough right now? Just put I am enough. Hashtag grateful. You just look right below the video. You look right below the video. Vicky Sessions, we appreciate the notes you're taking. Everything I need to become, everything I have been created to be, I already possess. Pause. She can put pause in there for you. It needs to be discovered, developed, and disciplined. It means I am enough. Hit the share button right now. Pay that forward to someone else. You just write the words I am enough, and that might change someone's entire mindset. Yeah. It may shift their beliefs. It'll put a smile on their face. Renee, when you hear those words, I am enough, how do you feel? What's going through your mind right now as you was a brave soldier and stepped right up? And Tommy just stepped right up and said, I'm here to serve. Dee Bowden said, I am enough. Tamara said, I am enough. Joseph Perkins says, I am enough. Kimberly McGrew says, I am enough. Vanessa Klinger said, share it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you sharing it. C.F. Jackson says, I am enough. Hashtag grateful. Yes, indeed. I am enough. PJ Hyde says, everything that's been taken, I am enough. What do you hear when you hear that over there, Renee? And I know you started this thing, and we still got to get to making the money here. But what do you hear? What do you feel? What's going through your mind right now? Talk to us.
Well, with the whole, I don't even know how we got here. Like, Shay knows I don't do this.
She doesn't.
So this is very like full circle for me right now. I feel like I'm not alone. I feel like I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to even feel like I'm in the hot seat, but I feel like it's just perfect timing. Like God knows what you need. God knows where you are. When you said I am enough, it's like I work so hard, you know, and I love what I do. Like it's truly, I can't stop it. So it resonates for me because it's truly within me. Like I can't turn it off. I don't know what else I would do. And at some points I'm just so overfilled, like just filled with ideas and things I can't wait to do. And sometimes I resent people needing me because I can't do my stuff. You know, I can, but I'm here to serve, you know. But this is one of the best lives I think I've ever been on. And I haven't done a lot, but even just seeing the responses in the feed and, you know, some people I know, PJ Hale, like, what are you doing here? I knew him in junior high. Like, I haven't talked to him since 7th grade. Like, where is all this coming from all of a sudden? But yeah, I am
PJ
enough.
Hill said, "I am enough." By the way, he's agreeing.
Right.
I am enough. He's making notes right there.
Yeah, and I know that other people feel this way because it's like we always question ourselves. We question, am I doing enough? Am I giving enough? Am I enough? And yeah, we're all more than enough. We don't have to really do much else. We've done plenty. If there's more we can do, that's great. But yeah, it's comforting. It makes me feel like I can go to sleep and sleep well. Yeah.
Now, I want to show you the power of proximity, Renee. I want to show you the power of proximity. I need everybody to be as transparent as because this is a safe place that Shay has created. I need everybody to type in if you have, or if you currently feel, or if you've ever felt the way that Renee feels right now, and let her know she is not by herself. Let her know that there is a group of believers around this world that are cheering for her, that are pulling for her, because though we may be across various industry platforms, but our narrative is very similar, Renee. We are all pretty much first generation wealth that are trying to pull down strongholds and create legacy that extends beyond our lifetime.
Wow. Yeah.
So you are not by yourself. Shay is not by himself. Kimberly McGrew is not by herself. Dee Bowden is not by herself. That's why I applaud this brother for creating this safe place for dreamers to come and set their armor down and catch their breath.
Yeah.
And to be inspired and to be invigorated and to say, yeah, I know it hurt, Kim McGrew, but get up one more time. I know you don't have all the answers, Cheryl Diane, but we're going to figure it out inside this group together. Scripture says many hands make light work. We're better together than we could ever be apart. And that leads me to my third point, Renee.
He's coming with the third point. He did not forget the third point, Renee. He's like, I got this third point, Shay. Let me get to... She got a pen.
And the third point, when a person wants to restart and jumpstart their life, is you got to stay plugged into something that's bigger, that's greater than you. You got to stay plugged into a source that's greater than you. Now, by a show of hands, and I can't see everybody, by a show of hands, I could assume, Shay, that everybody on this phone, on this call, has a smartphone. And if you guys have a smartphone, Renee, you know it has hundreds and hundreds of apps that it can run, right?
Right.
But have you ever been out and about and had a full day and you were running videos and taking pictures and you were on all these various apps, and probably around 8 or 9 o'clock, your phone hit that critical stage where the little red light on the battery came on?
Right.
Well, have you noticed what tends to happen is that it goes into conservation mode. So you try to open some of your apps, they won't open. You know why? Because you don't have enough energy. Yeah. So a lot of us, Shay, we've been reduced down to the basics. So when your phone gets to that critical stage, mine is 15%. It won't let me take pictures. It will only let me make and receive phone calls. Even though, Renee, when it said it's full strength, I can get on the internet. I can do a Zoom call. I can wire money to my kids. I can search up stuff on Google. There's all of these things that I can do in my full strength.
Right.
But when I'm weak, when I'm tired, then I'm only reduced down to the bare minimums, which is making and receiving calls. How many of us, if we would be honest, are running our lives like we do our smartphones? There's so many things that are in us, Kimberly, Dee, Vicky, Ann, Vanessa, that our Creator has given us, but because we're not plugged into a source, Number one, a group like this. Number two, if you're a spiritual being, something that you're connected to, a higher being that you can get replenished. And we're running on fumes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Powerful. I mean, very, very powerful for everyone that's listening out there. What's up, Eric Heilich? That was so powerful, by the way. What's going on, Carolyn Watkins? Very, very powerful. Let me do two things because I appreciate it. I want to do two things. One, we're going to bring Tommy back in just a moment. We're going to bring him back in just a moment. So Tommy's going to bring you back in just a second. So we're going to do that. I want to make sure as well, Renee, that we get an opportunity, as you've been so transparent and you opened up some good stuff for folks that are listening, that we share a couple of ideas that they can use in order to use marketing to reach their audience. And I want to talk about something you're doing because you're doing this kickoff on a yacht that's different, that's unique, that folks get an opportunity to hear, but they understand that it's not about being on a yacht. It's not about the food. It's not about the party. It's about the fellowship that is taking place, and they now understand where your heart is coming from. For those folks that are listening, say, wow, I want to hear this a second time. I want to hear this a third time. Shay, I want to get the replay. Shay, Renee's only be able to get to so much, but the kids come kicking that door down. I get it. So she has a limited amount of time. Here's what you can do. I'll make sure you get the replay. I'll make sure you get the notes, and I'll make sure you get the business toolbox. Here's how you do that. You're going to text the word revenue. So you would get your smartphones out right now. You would go to the messenger side right now, go to the messenger part. Once you get to the messaging, just type in 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515. Once you type those numbers in, 202-999-3515, you text the word revenue. So you're only going to text one word, revenue. Text one word, revenue. When you text the word revenue, then you're going to get not only the notes and the replay, but you get the business toolbox that's going to help you in your business. And then we'll invite you to another private conversation we'll do, and we'll be able to go into so much more detail. But first, if we can, for those folks who text the word revenue, don't text me, don't send me a note, just text the word revenue. If you listen to the podcast, text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Renee, talk to them, one, about some ideas they could do and how they can use their creative ability to reach their target audience. Maybe share one or two best practices, and then I'm going to come behind that and talk about something that you're doing, and then we'll bring Tommy back on. But look, for everyone that's out there right now, we appreciate all the note takers. We appreciate all the comments. We appreciate your participation. We appreciate you. I like that. I am enough. All right, Renee, let's talk about making a little bit of money in their business, by the way, what you enjoy doing every day, all day. What is maybe one, two, or three ideas that you would suggest to someone that right now has to reach their target audience? What are some things they could think about doing in order to do that? I know that's a broad question, but it's a fair question for somebody who's a creative director in the marketing side. What are two or three things that you suggest?
Well, some nuggets and tips that, again, I learned hanging around you guys, is creating your own marketplace, which is pretty much your client, and offering them anything that they need, solve their problems, be transparent. Like, this isn't, for me, being transparent right now is not for business purposes. It's just what works. Like, people, they want to relate to your story. They want to know who's the face behind what it is you're doing and why, so it's really going to the foundation of really why you're doing what you're doing in the first place and being true to it. I think people can, they respond better emotionally to marketing, which is why I enjoy the visual part of design. Because for me, you don't even have to put words on stuff. I could just pick the picture and it just makes you feel a certain way. And it's like, oh, what's this for? It builds that curiosity. It's a vague question, so I might be all over the place.
No, it's doing good. But you've been in business now for a number of years doing this, and you've been in this area, in this field of expertise. And I'm just curious, why in today's time with so much noise going on in the market, why the visualization of their vision or the visualization of their message that it has to be seen to the world, why that's more important today than it's ever been before, and how has design changed over the last couple of years?
I mean, we're in that optical age. Everything is right there in your hand, in your face. So if it's not a picture or a video or a meme, people don't read. You know, they say it all the time. People don't read. So you can have a great cover on a book. They'll buy the book. They might not even read it. They might buy it just because it look good. So, you know, it's really because that's just the age we're in. And we're also feeding off of a lot of ego right now. So a lot of people want to be seen. They want to feel edified. They want to look like they're doing something, even if they're not. But even that, it's more like, to me, you're envisioning your future. You're saying, okay, this is how I plan to show up. I might not be doing it now, but this is how I'll be doing it next week. You know, that's how I feel. I'm about to have another photo shoot headshot, because you got to reinvent yourself and dust yourself off from the last month or so, or the, you know, last quarter, and let that stuff go and evolve. So it's all very optical. People like to feel like they're getting quality products, and getting their money's worth in marketing, advertising. It's just what grabs people's attention. So, you know, as long as your brand is clean and clear and consistent, you're pretty much good. Like when people ask, like, how do I get more clients? I can't answer that until I see what you're working with.
Right.
Because that might be the problem right there. I over the years, I realized I don't want to be picky, but I think that's why people like me. Like, I'm just giving you some constructive criticism, real honest, just from my emotional response to your product. And you can tweak it here or there, and I'd be like, yeah, I'd buy that. Then that's what it is. You know, to me, it's not even rocket science. Like, for people to ask me that, I'm just like, why doesn't anyone know this? Like, you know why you don't buy it. You looked at it and you were like, it's like when you go to the grocery store and you see something, it's like, that meat don't look good.
Right.
You buy it.
That makes that makes so much sense. And take a moment and tell us about this single black entrepreneur yacht launch party that you're having. One, what's the mission of this yacht launch party? What's the mission? And then number two, what type of folks are attending? And then last, you know, where can they go to get more information on it? So it's a 3-part question. Number one, what's the mission of it? Number two, what type of folks attend, so we know if it's for us? And then last, and most importantly, where can they go to get more information about it? Because you're doing something amazing that's taking place in less than 30 days.
Yeah. You know, it's the mission is to really just bring awareness to this movement that is being started. It's being birthed right here in the DMV. It's going to be on tour. We're going city to city, looking for other single black entrepreneurs so we can build a massive network and hopefully even meet someone, whether it's for personal or for business. It's all about networking. If you don't have a healthy social life, like, to me, I realized I needed balance in everything. I can't just be at these conferences and, yeah, okay, great, I'm empowered, but where do I go to still kind of work, but just relax or do something different? I need to change of venue. I'm not great in these windowless walls all the time. You know, I need to be in different atmospheres to kind of just be myself, and network. And if you end up meeting someone and you're like, hey, let's do some business together, or I'd love to have you on my podcast, I find you interesting, I'm just out, and yeah, let's be friends.
I love it. Now where can they go to get more information? Camry, come on, single black entrepreneurs need to be on that yacht. Yes. So now they're asking, like, where to go to get more information. So where would they go?
Well, since we're on Facebook now, go on Facebook. If you go to Single Black Entrepreneur, like the page, share it. There's also a private group, but the website is singleblackentrepreneur.com. And on there, you'll see all the different activities that are in the works. It's literally just the start of all this, but it's been in the works for a while because it's like, well, what is this thing really? You know, I don't want it to look like a dating. It's more than just dating. It's everything. It's the whole balance of being single. I'm happy single. You know, I want to just be happy single. This is my default state. Like, why should I be looking for someone, you know, to either bring more confusion or just complicate my life? I just want to be happy single, or maybe meet someone. I don't know. But,
okay, guys. Yeah, she said maybe meet someone. She didn't say hurry up and get there. No, I'm joking with you. I'm joking with you. You know, Renee, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being transparent. If you had to say some comments to Tommy, he's still in the green room right now. I brought him in early just to chat with us. What would you say to Tommy for the information that he shared to help the audience? And again, while he was talking to you, he was talking to everyone. What would you say?
Oh my God, Tommy, this is my first time meeting Tommy. I see why this is not your first time on the show, and I still see him in the green room, but Tommy tried to make me cry like twice, and I'm not, you saw me like, give me a second, Tommy. Because yes, I haven't taken a chance to breathe through all this survival and grinding and hustling and figuring, and it's like, Tommy know how to make you just take a second and be in that place where you about to be balling on you know, on Facebook. That's why you laughing, because he know. Next time I got Tommy on my feed, I'm wearing sunglasses, and Tommy, you ain't Oprah, Tommy. I'm not going out like that, Tommy. I'm strong, Tommy. But thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy. God bless you, Tommy.
Tommy's laughing. You can see Tommy. Y'all all can see Tommy on the screen right now. He's laughing, saying, "I appreciate you, Renee." You know, this was amazing. It was incredible. I appreciate all that you do. You know, some of the designs that y'all see coming out, the face behind it, the person that makes it happen is none other than the one and only Renee Dianne. She's a rock star. She's super talented. I love the way she makes me look. I love the way she makes me feel. I love the way she produces. You don't know. I didn't get a chance to get into all that. You'll be getting today is my January 1st T-shirt. I should have brought that out tonight. I didn't see. If I had known, I'd have had that one on and said she designed that one. But I'll be wearing that one. I'll be wearing that because she is just super talented. She is a creative designer, and that means she's the one that makes us look the way we look. So when you see a lot of stuff going on, you can thank none other than Renee, and she's also behind the scenes and leading our Black CEO Graphics group club that's out there. So it's an honor and a privilege to work with you. Thanks for letting me be the first person in our organization to put you in front of the camera. All right, come on, somebody that was able to say, you can do this. Come on out the shell. She's one who did the background like I prefer to stay in the background. But I was able.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the best Facebook Live I've ever been on.
It's a show. It's not a Facebook Live. This is a happy entrepreneur talk show. The #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country. Thanks to all my listeners out there that share it, that pay it forward. This is not a live. We just have to be broadcasting live.
Oh my God.
But I got a call today, by the way. We got a sponsor. I don't know if I can mention that yet, but we'll be on Roku and a lot of other stations because of all of you that are out there right now. So come on, somebody. But anyway, Renee, keep on going. I'm being funny. Keep on going. I'm sorry.
No, I can see why it's #1 because this was awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you are amazing. You're incredible. Make us continue to look good. Can I have a request, Renee? I mean, you know, can I get a request? Now, we got the shirt. Today is my January 1st, right? That'll be ready. We're going to release that. Can't wait to wear it on the show every night. But, you know, I like the I am enough. Can I get an I am enough, you know, the happy
Yes. When he first said it, that's the first thing.
But it has to be cool. It has to be uber cool. It has to be super uber cool. All right? Okay. So I don't know what super uber cool looks like. But when you see me with it on, just know that the designer behind it. Now, you know, she has a male and a female version because she can't just be simple, okay? That's just not her style. But I was like, man, I am enough. And Does it say Happy Entrepreneur or the Happy Entrepreneur Show? Renee, that's your goal. That's not what I do. Trust me, I don't do it. They make me look good on the show, so it's not what I do. So thank you so much, Renee. You're amazing. What would you like to say to the audience, to all the note takers? And here's how we give her a digital applause, ladies and gentlemen, for her very first time. She says, "Oh my God, oh my God." But she decided to do it. It wasn't planned. We had a conversation earlier today, and she said, "Shay, I'll be there." Now, I didn't know if she was going to be here, to be honest with you. I really didn't know. She'll tell you I didn't know because she didn't know. It's like, Shay, I don't know. I mean, but she's here, and she speaks from the heart. So what we like to do is just give her a digital applause. You all can look below the video and just put, "Thank you, Renee." Just put, "We appreciate you, Renee." Just say, "Thank you, Renee." Just say, "Keep on going, Renee." Just put, "Renee, you are enough." Whatever your comments are, encourage her. Renee will go back. Hit the heart button, hit the like button. Renee will go back, and she'll read the comments. Trust me, she's like that, okay? So she'll see the comments. She'll see the encouragement. But as you're encouraging Renee, you're also encouraging another entrepreneur, another small business owner, another speaker or author or coach, another single mom that has to carry the weight of the shoulders on her shoulders and everyone else's. I mean, that person that gets up early in the morning, that stays up late at night, that has to work on the proposal and cook at the kitchen at the same time. That's the Renee that you're looking for. The one that's like, "I wonder what my kids are doing, Shay. I did not know I was going to be this long, Shay. Shay, I'm in double, triple overtime, okay? They might have tore the house down by the time she get on the other side. Hopefully they sleep. They might, "Mom, your family here?" They'll be sitting there eating ice cream.
They sleep.
You might walk in there, they over there eating ice cream. I don't know what they're doing. I'm just joking. So Renee, God bless you. We appreciate you. Joseph says, "Thank you, Renee." Vanessa said, "Thank you, Renee. You got this." Ann Anderson said, "Thank you, Renee. You got this," by the way. Albert Walken said, "Thank you, Renee. You got this," by the way. Cheryl Diane says, "Thank you so much for all you're doing." Joy Council, you got Joy Council in the house. What's up, Joy Council? Wow. She said, "Heart, heart, heart, heart. Thank you, Renee." PJ Hell, you're a person that from y'all. You said you know from elementary school.
I'm talking about
Middle school.
Way back, like my first dance.
Oh no! You don't have to go all that. We don't need to hear all this, okay?
It's like, where'd that come from? I'm telling you, this is crazy.
PJ Hell, thank you so much for being here. He said, "Great show. Thanks to all, and definitely keep rocking, Renee." Thank you, sister. Kimberly McGrew says, "Thank you." Katisha Batiste is here in the house. Said, "Thank you, Renee." CF Jackson down in Atlanta. I think she said, "Bring Single Black Entrepreneur Network to Atlanta." So make sure you go back in the feed. You see that, by the way.
It's coming.
Yeah, make sure you're doing this. Tamara Smith said, "Keep going, Renee. You got this. When one door closes, God always opens up more." You are amazing. With that being said, Renee, today is your what? January 1st.
January 1st.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the energy. That's the enthusiasm. That's what I want you to say when you wake up tomorrow morning, that today is my January 1st, and you are going to change lives. You're going to manifest your vision. You are so, so amazing. And I know with 100% certainty, that the best is yet to come for you, that the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Today, my sister, is your January 1st. Thank you. Tell Trevor this is one for the ages, man. We appreciate you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
God bless. All right. So with that being said, we got in the green room, none other than the one and the only, the man himself, the myth, the Tommy. Tommy's over there grinning. Tommy's like, "Okay, Shay, you put me on a hot spot, but that's cool. Shay, you getting the cameras right?" Yep. Yeah, we got it going. But he's here, and he showed up. He showed up to make a difference for you, because one of the things that Tommy shared with me, and we recently met at the Power Networking Conference. We were in Houston, Texas, at the, I think it was a Hilton Hotel right next to the conference center. Mm-hmm. And he said, Shay, as he was talking, he said that it's not the market, it's you. Then when he first had the comment, and we were just talking back and forth, and I was saying, "Okay, you've been in business. Tell me how you are able to stay successful. Tell me what you share with other folks." He's a coach. He's a speaker. He's also in the mortgage business. He's in the wealth business. And he's someone that's been doing this for many, many years. I think since 2002 or 2004. You go back in the archives. You'll see it later. But he said, Shay, it's not the market. And I'm thinking to myself, what in the LL Cool J is he talking about? If it's not the market, then what is it? He said, it's you. I said, it's you? How do you even have a topic like that? What do you even start with that? So he agreed to come on to the show and share his view of the world and what he means by that. So Tommy, when you say it's not the market, it's you, you're talking to the entrepreneurs, you're talking to the speakers. Tell us what you mean by that. Can you give us some context around that and how we can have that context and what can we do in our business to help move us forward? It's not the market, Shay. It's you. What?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Because one of the things, Shay, that I often see when I talk to entrepreneurs is that they go from, like the amazing conference that we met at, the PNC conference. I see entrepreneurs that go to stuff like that all the time, and then they will have the audacity, even though they've seen the evidence from the stage, Shay, they have the audacity to explain away the greatness from what they just witnessed. They'll say, oh, well, that person started 20 years ago, or that person is younger than me, or that person's older than me, or that person is a man, or that person is a female. And what I've found is that when you try to put strategy.
I think we just lost him. Hold on, everybody. Let me see if I can get him back. He was here a second ago, and then he just disappeared. Don't worry. We're going to find out what happened. Hold on one moment. I'm going to give him a call. Let's just see. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, no one said it's perfect. Let's just see here. I had him in the green room, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we go. Okay, we're reaching out to him now to find out where he is and see what happens. So let's see if we bring him back up here, which I think we will in just a second. Let me just check it out here. Tommy, mic check.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, and we're bringing you right back on. Not sure what happened, my man, but don't worry. We're going to bring you on in 10 seconds. All right, my man. I'm going to switch you here so they can see you. All right, my man, take it away. We lost you about the last 2 minutes. When you clicked off, we lost you. So thanks a lot, man.
So what I was talking about is when you try to give them strategy, and Shay, they haven't changed their story. And your story is simply what you told yourself about yourself of why you're not winning in life or why you're not winning in a particular industry. Well, until we change the story, how you see yourself, Warren Buffett himself can't coach you out of the funk that you're in. Because it's not the market, it's not the strategy, it's ultimately you. And one of the things that I know that you also understand, Shay, is that success is an inside job. Your business will never grow past your capacity. So if you're trying to scale a business to the size of a 30-ounce cup, and you are a 4-ounce CEO, your business will never outgrow 4 ounces until you grow. So that's why I always say it's not the market, it's me. Your business is a mirror effect of you, of your interpersonal skills, of your EQ is more than your IQ. It's your emotional intelligence that I want to deal with first. Not so much your IQ, but your EQ, your emotional intelligence. Can you learn, but more importantly, can you unlearn things that have not suited you? Shay, I was reading an article several months ago, and it said the new illiteracy in America is not the inability to read and write. It's the inability to learn and unlearn and relearn. That's the new illiterate.
Okay.
That's the new illiterate. That's the new definition of illiteracy today. The ability to adapt. You said something earlier, Shay, about being an avid lifelong learner. You have to. I'm doing, in a couple of weeks, I'm doing a mastermind talking about digital disruption. talking about how technology, which should be invented to make things easier, more fluid, is actually destroying the business that I'm in, the business of real estate as we know it, due to the evolution of technology. Because a lot of big companies are trying to push out my colleagues, the real estate agents. They're trying to make it so easy that you don't need them anymore to buy a house. So I'm going to be talking about, if you don't evolve in your presence in the marketplace, you better go ahead and get out of the business and find something else to do, because you won't be in it. So that's why when I say it's not the market, it's me, that's exactly what I mean. It's the 6 inches between your ears where all the warfare goes on.
Sure. Yeah, that's so important. And how did Tommy get into being an entrepreneur? Some folks I know may not understand who you are. So can you take a moment and talk about how did you get onto this journey, number one, and then how did you stay on this journey?
Well, that's a great question. Well, for me, man, I mean, when I graduated college, I went into corporate America for a very, very brief stint, and I just knew that wasn't my way, Shay. I remember being, at the time, I was 26 years old, and I told my dad, I said, at the time I was working for Fidelity Investments, and I said, man, I'm going to take a leap, and I want to go out on my own, and I want to create my own wealth. And I remember Dad saying, well, man, you don't have any kids. You're making $75,000 a year. It's just you. You don't have any debt. Why would you do that? And I remember looking him in the eyes, and this is my hero. This is, my greatest champion, my greatest cheerleader. And I said, Dad, why wouldn't I do it now? It is just me. I don't have any debt, and I don't have any kids. So if I'm going to fail, this is the time to fail, because I don't have that far to fall. It's just me. Yeah. So man, I struck out, and I loved it. I loved helping people reach their goals and dreams in the area of home ownership, and the flexibility of my schedule, Shay, but also the ability to sit down kneecap to kneecap with some of my coaches in my earlier years and formulate a plan and be able to make what I wanted to make based on how hard I was willing to work. To me, that was everything. At the time I had a lot of my friends going back, getting their doctorate degrees, and I'm not opposed to education. They were going back, getting their doctorates, and they were, fighting and struggling, climbing the corporate ladder. And that was their track, and that was great for them. Mm-hmm. But for me, my thing was, I wanted my fate to be in my hands. I wanted to always be able to bet on me. And I was okay with the outcomes. I remember one time I was at a Dallas Mavericks basketball game, and Shay, it was a nip and tuck game. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Long story short, there was 2 seconds left in the game. We got the rebound, called the timeout, and they were in the huddle. We were down by 1 point. Mm-hmm. And I remember looking over at my colleagues and saying, if the make or miss relies on this last shot, I would be in the huddle saying, draw the play up for me.
Got you.
Coach, I want the shot. Mm-hmm. Because, Shay, I can live with the outcome. Make or miss. But I can't live with the outcome, Shay, if you the one taking the shot. Mm-hmm. I can't live with that. Make or miss, I want the ball in my hands. And that's how I've lived my life over the last 20 plus something years in the area of wealth building and strategic planning. And recently I've added the whole empowerment piece with the coaching and stuff like that.
But the story part, I love the story part. Here's what I've taken away. I'm going to come right back to you. Look right below the video. One of the things he said was, take the shot. Now, I know that might sound like that's like cliche-ish, but it's so true. I want you to imagine and think for a moment how you can take the shot in your business, how you can take the shot and learn new technology, how you can take the shot and go after larger accounts. Jacqueline, I want you to think, you said you must evolve, how you can take the shot and do something different in social media, How can you take the shot in your finances? How can you take the shot in your relationship? How can you take the shot with your family members? Here's the message. Here's the point. He says, I want the ball in my hand, not to be the hero. I want the ball in my hand, not so people will clap and say, you're wonderful. I want the ball in my hand because I want to take the shot.
Yes.
And so many times we look and we say to ourselves, yeah, that sounds good, but I can't take the shot. And how true is that? How true is that? I want you right now to tell yourself that when you wake up tomorrow morning, or some of you, if you're over in Germany like Sheila Reynolds, you're just waking up. If you're over in South Africa right now, you're just getting going. If you're here on the East Coast, maybe you're up and you're doing some work. If you're over on the West Coast, Tommy's almost in the West Coast right now. You're like, hey, I'm just having dinner. Wherever you are in the world, I want you to stop for a moment and ask yourself, how can I take the shot? And not only how can I take the shot, but how can I help someone else take the shot? And that's what I like about Tommy. Tommy said, okay, yeah, I'd want to take the shot, but if I'm not in the game, then I want to make sure that I'm helping someone else take the shot. And, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, doesn't happen. Best case scenario, you find yourself where you imagine yourself in the place that you want to be. But one thing we know, you got to take what?
The shot.
You got to take the shot. Back over you, Tommy.
Yeah. And you know what, Shay? It was Harley Davidson that said, when writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen. Too many of us go through life where we abdicate the responsibility of our evolution and us reaching our goals and dreams. We hitch our goals and dreams to the caboose of somebody else. And you should not do that.
Yeah.
You have to be your own rescue. You know what? Listen, you came in this world by yourself, unless you're a twin or a triplet, and you're going to leave by yourself. So whatever amount of time that the Creator is giving you, it is up to you to dominate that dash, to make that dash dance. I often ask people when I speak around the country, Shay, have you ever wondered why you weren't born 100 years ago or 100 years from now? For whatever reason, we're supposed to be connected. We're supposed to make each other's dash dance. We're supposed to do something to push humanity forward. There's a reason we weren't born in 18 BC. There's a reason we weren't born in the 1800s. There's a reason we weren't born in the year 3000. Because there's something right now that was deposited in us from the beginning of the time that the universe needs at this time that only we can deliver. That's why I said earlier, everything you need, you already possess. It just needs to be discovered, developed, and disciplined. And that's why, my brother, I applaud platforms like this and groups like this, because you help people find and do all three. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much for all that you're doing. King Marcus is out there saying this is very deep. Katisha Pitts said, take the shot. Mimi said, faith over fear. Jacqueline Mackins Golden said, take the shot. She said, I did that 2 days ago. And look, let me just congratulate you. Let me honor you for doing that. One of the things that my father, his name is Marshall Brown, used to teach us all the time. And my dad, Marshall Brown, is no longer with us. He passed away in May of 2017, May 2nd of 2017. And while we miss him every day, there's a piece of him that's always with me. And one thing he used to say all the time, as I'm hearing Tommy talk, is so relevant, is he would say, and you might be thinking this as Tommy's talking, he said, it's easy to do and it's easy not to do.
Yeah.
But here's the part he would add. If it's hard, it's the first thing you should do. If it's hard, it's the first thing you should do. And the question is, why? I say, that's why. Why, if it's hard, why is it the first thing I should do? And here's something I want you to jot in your notes. Here's something I want you to put below. This is my dad. I could hear him. I said I wasn't going to be quoting my dad. I said I wasn't going to be doing. I wasn't going to be one of those guys talking about my dad all the time. But he says something that's so powerful. I didn't get a chance to always tell him this, but this is what he would say. Doing the hard things in life develops discipline. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. Doing the hard things in life develops discipline. So Shay, what's the formula? What's the formula? If that's the case, what's the formula that he taught? Here's what I'm saying, and here's the message that I want you to grab. Decisions, and you make a decision. You're going to take the shot. You make a decision. You're going to change your mindset. You make the decision. You're going to develop your skills. You make that decision. Decisions minus discipline equals a disaster. So you can make the decision, but if you don't have the discipline to take the action, it's going to lead you to a disaster. But here's the opposite of that. Here's the opposite of that. I want you to catch what I'm putting down. I want you to hear me clearly. The opposite of that, and this is what I want you to write right below the notes, right below in the feed right now, is that decisions plus discipline equals dominion. Let me say that again. Decisions. You make the decision that I'm going to change my thinking. You make the decision, I'm going to say the affirmation. You make the decision, I'm going to forgive myself. You make the decision, I'm going to change my situation. Decisions plus discipline, doing the things you know you should do when you don't feel like it, equals dominion. Dominion over your finances, dominion over your health, dominion over your wellness, dominion over your business, dominion over your clients. So Shay, what's the point? What do you want me to say? Decisions, write this down, plus discipline equals dominion. I will dominate. Why? Because you're going to make the decision to have the discipline to do all the things that you know that you should do. That's what's so important. That's what makes a difference. That's what takes us to another level. That's why Tommy does what he does. The show is not about me. It's not about Tommy. The show is all about you and doing the things you need to do. So Tommy, I'm so glad that you shared that, because many people can say I'm going to do something and they find out, you know what? They never do it. But that's not you. No. You're a person of action. No. You are consistent. You are consistent. You are consistent. With that being said, Tommy, I'll turn it back over to you, man. What I'd like for you to do, if you can, in the time that we have, there's so many folks that are tuning in. There's so many folks that are listening, man. I'd like for you just to take a minute, if you can, and share, what's your number one secret? What's the number one secret that drives why Tommy does what he does? You don't have to be here. You're not paid to be here this evening. You're here to serve. You're here because you're giving. You're here to help another entrepreneur. You're here to change someone's life. You're here to shift someone's business that once the mind is stretched, they say it never returns to its favor. You're here for that. So I'm just curious, as people are listening, what's Tommy's number one secret that drives him and keeps him going?
My number one secret is I always want to be known as someone that holds the door. You know, Shay, if you think about it, have you ever been, on your way to a store or whatever, and you were kind of meandering along, and you look up and someone's holding the door open for you?
Yeah.
When that happens, what do you naturally do when you see someone holding the door open for you?
I say thank you, and I start holding the door for the next person.
Okay, you do that too when you get to the door.
Yeah.
But before you get to the door, what do you do? When you're just walking and you look up and you see someone holding the door open for you, what happens?
I thank them. I look at them. We connect, so I see them.
Okay. But you also probably quicken your step too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, wait. Don't close that door. Yes. Don't close that door.
Don't close that door. And so I want to be known as a door opener, holder for people, because people have done it for me. My girl Constance Carter did it with you. Okay. And she opened that door. Now it's up to me, and it's up to my skill set to be able to remain in the room when someone opens the door for you. But we all need, Shay, people to open doors for. And that's what I want to be known for. I want to be known as a guy that holds the door. And that's why, to your point, that I take this time. I don't want your money. I want to do for others that people, countless coaches before me have done for me, which is encourage me and give me a glimpse of what's possible for my life. That's why I do what I do.
Well, let me tell you, man, I appreciate what you do. I admire what you do. You're totally incredible. I'm looking forward to it. I know you said as your schedule permits, you're going to be sharing the thought of the week next week. We're looking forward to connecting. You can connect over to happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. For those that want to get the replay, you want to stay in this conversation, you can text the word revenue. Text the word revenue. Get the VIP sessions. Text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515. You would text that tonight. Text it right now while you're watching. If you're listening, you can do it. Text the word revenue. Text the word revenue. And then follow the instructions. Yeah, get the notes. Yeah, get the business toolbox. Yes, get the secret gift. But more importantly, outside of the gifts and all the tools that you need, stay in the conversation. The number one distinction we teach is that you stay in the conversation. When you're in this conversation, these ideas are top of mind to you. With that being said, Tommy, go ahead and give you the last comments, man, to share with the world that's out there. I know you're doing some amazing things. I know you got an event coming up you'll be doing. I know it's in Houston, but folks might be in Houston, by the way. So take a moment and tell them about the event you have coming up. But more importantly, I want you to have the closing comments. And I appreciate your time, man. You've been doing a whole lot of things right now.
Thank
you're
you.
here, and you know it means a lot. I mean, we don't take this kind of stuff for granted. You might say, "Oh, it's no big deal." No, it's a big deal, and we appreciate you, the viewers, you, the listeners, you that share this on your platforms, you that put this into syndication. You out there that tell your friends about it, that make the comments, all of our digital note takers who take time to be engaged and share their thoughts and share your ideas with the entire community. That's not lost. I mean, I get it. Yeah. These videos go viral. I get it. But more importantly, it's the place you come from, which is a place to serve and a place to give. I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate every single one of you who show up, and even those that go back and watch it in the archives, and those that listen to it on the podcast and the conference calls. We appreciate every single one of you. So from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of Tommy's heart, from Renee Dianne's and all the guests, thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. We appreciate you and looking forward to connecting with you and staying in this conversation. With that being said, you got the Tommy Jones, the dream facilitator, the business owner, the person that gets up every single day to make a difference and help people create wealth through real estate, but then more importantly, help them really achieve their dreams. He's known as the dream facilitator, and boy, did he give it up today. It was unrehearsed. It was unscripted. But he just stepped up. He didn't say, well, I wish you had told me. He said, no, Shay, I'm going to tell her what's on my heart. I'm going to tell her what I would tell anyone else, whether the camera was on or off. And so the Tommy Jones you see is the real deal, as they would say, Holyfield. But more importantly, he's Tommy Jones. He's Tommy Jones. So Tommy Jones, we appreciate you, man. We love you. Looking forward to having you back on the show.
Yeah, man.
And I'll turn over you, man, to give your closing comments, my man. You rock, and you're looking good over there, man. You got your purple on, man. You're right there in the camera. Yeah, baby, you're looking good. And you're sounding good as well. All right, Tommy, what are your closing comments for us entrepreneurs, man? We got to go out there now. We got to make some things happen.
Okay. What I want to tell the dreamers that are on this phone, that are on this call, that are on this show tonight is no matter what, number one, don't stop dreaming. Number one, because the mere fact that you have an inkling to do whatever it is you want to do, that should be evidence from the universe that you've been created to do it. That's number one. Number two, continue to walk in the direction of your goals and dreams. Now, I don't want to say walk. I want to say move. Because sometime when life shows up, you're not going to be able to walk, Shay. You're going to crawl. Sometimes you're going to hop. Sometimes you're going to limp. But what I want you to do is stay in motion. You may have to slow down, but don't stop. You may have to scale back, but don't stop. You may have to recalibrate your dream, but don't stop. The dream was placed in you for a reason and a season to create a lifetime. Your dream was placed in you for a reason to to come forth in a season to produce a new lifetime. So don't forget why you started, but what I don't want you to ever do is quit. And I'll leave you with that.
Thank you so much, Tommy. We appreciate you. Thank all of you listeners out there. Y'all all are amazing. You got so much potential in front of you. And I know that today is your January 1st. Today is your January 1st. Today is your what? January 1st. As we close out, look right below the video. Look right below the video and put, today is my January 1st. Happy New Year. New opportunities. My past don't equal the future. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor, because today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. That just feels good. That just feels good. And now we're going to go out there and we're going to make it good. With that being said, by the way, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Joy. King Marcus, we saw your notes. Thank you so much. Tamara Smith, who's been out there writing constantly over and over again. Thank you. Thank all of you who are out there. Thank you, Mimi. We appreciate you. We love you all. I'll see you later. Talk to you soon. God bless, and I wish you success. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.
Please go ahead and give a big standing ovation for the one and the only Shay Brown.
And I'm here right now in this moment with none other than the one and only Dr. Willie Jolly. What's up, my friend?
It's a privilege and a pleasure and a treat and a treasure to be in your presence.
All right, Delator, we're going to get started. You ready, Delator?
I'm ready, friend.
You ready, Dr. Connett?
Ready, ready.
No, none other than Andy Henriquez. And we have someone like a Dr. Sonia, who's a bad sister. All right, now, go ahead with your bad self. None other than the Kim Warren Martin. That's the promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there.